Today I'm going to be making some stuffed pepper soup. For the soup I'm going to use 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 onion, 4 to 6 peppers, sweet and green peppers, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 14 ounce, 1 can of Hunt's tomato sauce, 14 ounce, 1 can of beef broth. I'm going to take the empty cans and use 2 cans of hot and spicy V8. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of oregano, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1/4 a cup of Worcestershire sauce. And then I'm going to make white rice separately and add it to the finished soup. So let's get started. So to start, I'm going to brown up my ground beef. I'm going to add to it the garlic powder, salt and pepper, and the Worcestershire sauce. I have over here in my crock pot my onion. My fiance doesn't like onions, so I just cut the thing in half, and what I'm going to do is pull it out at the end. So we get the flavor of the onions without the texture of the onions that he doesn't like. But if you prefer to chop up your onion, that's fine too. So I'm going to add the salt and the pepper, the garlic powder. This is 1 pound of ground beef, so I'm only adding 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. And then I'm going to brown up the second one in another batch. So I'll add the Worcestershire sauce and some salt and pepper like I said. And then once my ground beef is done, I'll come back to you guys. So now I have my ground beef all browned up and in my crock pot. And I have my sweet peppers chopped. That's 3 sweet peppers. And then I put the remainder of my peppers in my Ninja with the beef broth. Now this is an optional step. I'm just going to puree the peppers in the beef broth just to give the soup a little more peppery bite in every bite, if that makes any sense. So here we go. So now I've added my tomato products to the pot, which is my fire roasted tomatoes, my tomato sauce. I added the can of beef broth and the pepper puree. And then I added a clove of garlic, some more salt and pepper. Just going to give that a little stir. See, you can see the fire roasted tomatoes in there. Has some pretty color. Now I'm going to add my peppers. So I have my sweet orange peppers, my sweet yellow peppers, and my sweet red peppers. Stuffed pepper soup. I don't want to disturb the onions too much because Patrick doesn't like onions, so I don't want to I want to be able to fish those out at the end. So I got my peppers in there. Now, I made an executive decision, since this is a fresh spice, instead of using 2 tablespoons, I'm only going to use close to 1. This is the fresh oregano. I've also made another executive decision to add 2 extra spices that I didn't mention at the beginning, which is some crushed red pepper flakes and some paprika. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of the crushed red pepper, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of paprika. So I'm just going to give that a stir. I know the onions aren't on this side. They're on this side. And now I'm going to let it cook on low for around 4 to 5 hours. So it's 2 o'clock. They'll be ready around 6 o'clock, just in time for dinner. And it smells delicious. Also, just before serving it, I'm going to make some rice because stuffed peppers have rice. And I'm going to serve the soup over rice. Guys, I forgot one more ingredient. It was a secret ingredient. The Worcestershire sauce. the Lee and Perrins, the most delicious Worcestershire sauce. So I'm going to add a fourth a cup of that, and then put my lid back on, and then let it cook up for 4 hours. Yeah, I need a nap. Okay, bye. And so it's been a few hours in the crock pot, and here is the finished stuffed pepper soup with yummy tomatoes, sweet peppers, ground beef, and a lovely tomato soup with